Between Adolf Hitler and his niece, Geli Raubal. Adolf Hitler, one of history's most infamous figures, is well known for his role as the dictator of Nazi Germany and the instigator of World War II. However, behind his public persona lies a lesser-known, complex personal life, particularly his relationship with his niece, Geli Raubal. This relationship, shrouded in mystery, speculation, and tragedy, provides a unique glimpse into the personal side of a man who orchestrated one of the darkest chapters in human history. Early life of Geli Raubal. Angela Maria Geli Raubal was born on June 4, 1908, in Linz, Austria. She was the daughter of Angela Raubal, Hitler's half-sister, making her Hitler's half-niece. Geli's father, Leo Raubal, died when she was young, leaving Angela to raise Geli and her siblings. Despite the early loss of her father, Geli had a relatively stable upbringing until her later involvement with her infamous uncle. Hitler's entrance into Geli's life. Adolf Hitler first took a significant interest in Geli around the late 1920s, after his release from prison following the failed Beer Hall Putsch. Hitler, who was then rising in the political ranks, invited Angela and her children to move to Munich, offering Angela a position as his housekeeper. This move brought Geli directly into Hitler's sphere of influence. Living arrangements and Hitler's control. In 1929, Geli, then 21 years old, moved into Hitler's Munich apartment. Hitler, who was 19 years her senior, quickly became infatuated with her. Descriptions of their relationship suggest a dynamic that was both avuncular and possessive. Hitler lavished Geli with attention and gifts, but he also exerted a significant degree of control over her life. He monitored her social interactions, dictated her behavior, and even limited her ability to pursue her own interests and relationships. Geli's role in Hitler's inner circle. Geli was often seen in public with Hitler, attending events and parties, which fueled rumors about the nature of their relationship. Some historians suggest that Hitler may have viewed Geli as more than just a niece. He might have harbored romantic or even obsessive feelings towards her. However, there is no concrete evidence to prove that their relationship was sexual. Nonetheless, Hitler's deep affection for Geli was evident to those around him. The strain of control. Geli's life under Hitler's roof was far from idyllic. Reports from those who knew them suggest that Hitler's possessiveness became increasingly suffocating. He was known to intercept her mail, restrict her movements, and prevent her from forming relationships with other men. Geli, who had aspirations of studying medicine and living an independent life, found herself trapped by her uncle's domineering nature. The tragic end. The tension between Geli and Hitler reached a tragic climax on September 18, 1931. Geli was found dead in Hitler's Munich apartment from a gunshot wound to the chest. The official cause of death was ruled as suicide, but the circumstances surrounding her death have remained controversial and a source of speculation for decades. Theories and speculations. Several theories have emerged about Geli's death. 1. Suicide. The official verdict was suicide, suggesting that Geli took her own life due to the oppressive environment created by Hitler. Some accounts describe Geli as being deeply unhappy and feeling trapped, which could have driven her to despair. 2. Accidental death. Another theory is that Geli's death was accidental. Some speculate that she might have been handling the gun and it discharged unintentionally. However, the nature of her wound makes this less likely. 3. Murder. The most controversial theory is that Geli was murdered, either by Hitler himself or by someone close to him. Proponents of this theory argue that Geli might have been planning to escape Hitler's control or had information that could have damaged his reputation, prompting a desperate act to silence her. Impact on Hitler. Regardless of the true nature of Geli's death, it had a profound impact on Hitler. He was reportedly devastated by her loss. Some historians suggest that Geli's death marked a turning point in Hitler's life, further hardening his personality and driving him deeper into his political ambitions. In the years following her death, Hitler rarely spoke of Geli, but he kept her room in his Berghof residence untouched as a shrine to her memory. Legacy and historical analysis. The relationship between Hitler and Geli Raubal remains one of the most intriguing and tragic aspects of his personal life. It provides insight into the dictator's complex psyche, highlighting his capacity for deep personal attachment as well as his obsessive need for control. Geli's story is often overshadowed by the broader horrors of the Nazi regime, but it serves as a poignant reminder of the human costs of Hitler's rise to power. Conclusion: Adolf Hitler's relationship with his niece, Geli Raubal, is a dark and mysterious chapter in the history of the 20th century. Geli's tragic life and untimely death reflect the complex and often contradictory nature of Hitler's personality. While he is primarily remembered for his role in orchestrating the atrocities of World War II and the Holocaust, his personal relationships, particularly with Geli, offer a disturbing glimpse into the private life of a dictator whose actions changed the course of history.